guys, James here again, and this is going to be what if Luffy, not what if Luffy, what if Naruto had the Ope-ope no Mi, part 2. This one's going to be relatively shorter. I'm going to upload a what if Deku was a Juggernaut, and I have to record that, so that's why this is going to be short. But I hope this is good either way. So basically, last left off with in the comment section establishing Anko x Naruto. So we established that in the comments, Anko x Naruto. So that's going to result in me aging Naruto up by 2 years. So he's going to be Naruto's going to be 14 instead of being 12, and Anko's going to be aged down to age 22. So 8-year age gap. And Anko's like Kakashi's age, so yeah. We last left off with us having to enter the 1 month of training, and Izuku being kind of established as the strongest genin in Konoha. Well, in everything except Team Guy's eyes. So yeah, the 1 month will start with with Naruto. Everything will start with Naruto walking by a spa bath, and he doesn't see Jiraiya. He also sense Anko's chakra. So Izuku being not to being the little perv he is going to use a jutsu called I'm gonna say Wind Style. Actually, no, Earth Style Chameleon Jutsu. This Izuku, like Jiraiya saw it's not Izuku. Jiraiya saw Naruto use this, and jumped over the spa wall, and Jiraiya's gonna be like, a kid already knows that jutsu. Not even I can do that. As he sees Izuku mainly just sneak behind Anko and just sit there. He's like, the kid's not going in for anything. I guess the kid's better than I thought. As you can just see, Izuku's chakra is just pulsating somewhere. And Anko can feel Izuku's chakra. Not Izuku. Jiraiya can feel Naruto's chakra pulsating somewhere. And Anko can feel Naruto's chakra pulsating somewhere as well. I hope put her hand out towards where Naruto's chakra is pulsating from, but before she can touch it, Naruto jumps off. Anko instantly knows that was a masking jutsu. So she can already assume that was the actual Naruto. And Jiraiya's like, I have a feeling that's Naruto. As Jiraiya will jump off and get to Naruto. As Naruto lands, he's kind of just kind of cover up his area. As Jiraiya will land right behind him. Naruto's gonna drop Kikoku and say, "Who are you?" That's Jiraiya says, "I'm gonna assume you know who your parents are. If you do, I'm a close friend of your dad's." And Naruto, I forgot if he does or doesn't know his parents, but I'm gonna say Kurama told him. Naruto says, "So you're a friend of my dad?" As he knows that Kushina didn't really have a master besides the first Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. Or I guess the second Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, if you count Sage of Six Paths as the first. So, yeah. And Jiraiya will say, "Yes, I was a close friend of your dad's, or I was the master of your dad." And Naruto's going to come talk to Jiraiya for a little bit. Then they get to a spot, and Jiraiya tells Naruto to use a summoning. And Naruto will do it, and he summons, and I'm gonna say he summons Gamakichi. And Gamakichi is gonna be like, "Hey, who are you?" And Naruto's gonna say, "I was just practicing my summoning, but I'm not hit this Maki. What about you?" As Naruto will kind of hold his finger out. And no, not in like I'm pointing at you as like a punishment. Naruto knows his hand is way bigger than Gamakichi. Gamakichi will just feel the kindness coming from Naruto, and so he'll grab Naruto's finger and just shake it. And Gamakichi will say, "Gamakichi, son of Chief Gamabunta. Would you like to make a summoning contract?" This Naruto's gonna be like, "Oh, sweet, sure." And that's when Jiraiya will say, "Wait, no, summon a giant frog." And as Naruto says, "Why not? I have this guy." And Jiraiya says, "Does he know ninjutsu?" And Gamakichi will just do like a like an average water style water bullet jutsu. Well, Gamakichi will do an average water style jutsu. And Gamakichi's average in terms of water style. So Dryas can be like, alright then, fine. He can be your summoning. That's what I'll say. Wait, I'm just something else. My water bottle spilled. Now I'm sad. Towel. Little man back. So, Dryas gonna let Naruto summon another thing. And he summons the red frog that he always says ungraceful or something. I gotta Google that frog. Okay, so Naruto will just summon Gamaken instead of Gamakichi. If you don't know who Gamaken is, I'll show you a picture real quick. Yeah, this is Gamaken. That's who Naruto summons. So yeah. Oop. So after summoning Gamaken and Naruto are gonna talk for a bit, and Gamaken's gonna be like, "All right, me and Gamakichi are you summonings?" Naruto's gonna be like, "Alright, dope," and just desummon both of them. Dryas being impressed will say, "You got 2 summonings on your first try, on your first and second try, and on your first day." So that's kind of amazing. So Naruto says, "I guess so." Dryas will say, "To summon Gamaken, did you use the Nine-Tailed Chakra?" And Naruto will say, "Yeah, I did. Pretty easy." And Naruto will quote his hand in Nine-Tailed Chakra. And Kurama will emerge saying, me and the brat may have made a deal. Sometimes I get to see throughout his eyes, see what the world happened, and he gets to use my chakra to increase his strength, speed, swordsmanship. Kurama will go away, and Dryas says, "Was that the Nine-Tails speaking?" Naruto will say, "Yep." The annoying giant fox. This Kurama will just take over Naruto's body and just slap Naruto's face and go back into his body. And Naruto will rub his cheek saying, "Damn it." As Dryas can kind of chuckle to himself and say, "Alright, well, you don't need chakra training, chakra control, I guess." You know what the Rasengan is? I forgot if I gave Naruto the Rasengan or not, but for the sake of this, I'm gonna say he doesn't know. And Naruto's gonna practice the Rasengan for 2 weeks. By the end of the 2 weeks, Naruto already mastered it, basically. He can just... He doesn't need to, just do, or he puts his hand in multiple places. Naruto does need to, put his hands over each other and just infuse chakra through both ends, and then he can actually make it Rasengan. So, yeah. He needs 2 hands to infuse the proper amount of chakra for a one-star Rasengan, but he can just do a regular Rasengan, not using 1 chakra with 1 hand. And Naruto's now working on a move called the Room Rasengan, where he actually uses a room mixed with the Rasengan. And basically what happened was, once the Rasengan hits someone, a giant room will appear, and the person's body will explode to pieces inside the room, with them still being alive. Then Naruto does what he wants from there. Now for the next, I'm gonna say for the next 2 weeks, so by the end of the month, Naruto already has a good understanding of flying Raijin now. I know he's not a master in flying. He's not a master in flying Raijin, but he's not a amateur either. He can actually use it pretty efficiently. So Naruto's already basically almost a Kage level shinobi, being only 12. Not being only 12, being 14, almost Kage level. So yeah. But I think the impressed with Naruto's growth. But mainly, Naruto's growth came from the Nine-Tails Chakra. Kurama can actually help Naruto with the moves by just examining what Minato did. And what Minato does, Kurama will just help tell Naruto to copy it. And Naruto will try and complete it. One fast forward to the day before the Chuunin exams. And that's when Naruto will see, Anko. She's buying your ticket. That's when she actually will kiss Naruto on the cheek, saying, "Good luck." Then before she actually fully walks away, she'll whisper in his ear and say, I sensed you at the spa." Because Naruto will just instantly walk away, not even saying goodbye or anything. He'll just walk away. And Anko says, "For someone so I guess quiet and strong, you're a giant pervert. And she chuckles to herself. And she thinks Naruto's kind of cute. She does have to remember how old he is. So, yeah. First fight, the training exams, Naruto versus Neji. Once the fight starts, Neji would jump at Naruto with a gentle fist. And Naruto would just straight up grab Neji's palm and start crushing it. And Neji's gonna try to use his other hand and hit one of Naruto's chakra points because he thinks Naruto's infusing chakra into his hand. He's very wrong, as Naruto is still crushing Neji's hand. And that's when Naruto actually just squeezes hard enough to destroy almost every bone in Neji's hand. So Naruto actually just starts using some chakra into Neji's head as he senses some chakra coming from it. He thinks it might be a trump card until he realizes it's a seal. Naruto will infuse enough Naito's chakra to break the seal. He says that thing was disturbing my chakra. As Neji will say, "Thank you," and Neji will pass out. And Neji's like, "Thank you," and passes out. So the fight ended pretty quickly due to Neji passing out from a seal being removed. Every fight goes the same until it comes to I'm gonna say that Sakura had to fight, like, she had to fight in a 3-man thing versus Temari, Shikamaru, and Sakura. She had to participate in that. And Temari still won. But yeah. Every other fight, goes the same until it comes to Sasuke versus Gaara. Sasuke will still arrive late, but when he does, that fight goes a lot different. Like, Sasuke's speed far surpasses Rock Lee. So, that fight's going different as Sasuke getting every hit in. Gaara will use the giant sand barrier, some Shukaku and everything, and the Konoha Crush will initiate. Naruto will look at Sasuke and throw him a seal, and this seal is actually to Gamaken. As Naruto says, just once you infuse enough chakra and the summoning comes out, just say you're my close friend. Sasuke will be like, "I don't want to say I'm your friend, but okay, fine." So yeah, that's when Naruto start taking care of every shinobi involved in the Konoha Crush. And it's shocking every Jonin, as they're just Chuunin and Jonin from the sand and sound, just trying to decimate their village. But Naruto's destroying that easily. The shinobi in the stand, Naruto just cuts through them easily. After Naruto actually just launches he made up his own jutsu. Wind style, micro bullet jutsu. He fires that towards 2 giant snakes, and it goes through the snakes' eyes and into their brains, and it kind of just shuts down the brain, and the snakes disappear. For about 10 minutes, almost every shinobi that was involved in Konoha Crush, that was an enemy, was defeated by the leaf. Then it came to the barrier. And Orochimaru isn't counting for Naruto's jutsu again, but Naruto says room. That's when Hiruzen is just like, "Finally!" And he starts running away from Orochimaru, as Naruto will say shambles. And he swaps the barrier with a chunk of the wall. Once he actually swaps the sound 4 with 4 Leaf Shinobi, and unlucky for the sound 4 Leaf Shinobi were in front of Kakashi and Guy. Kakashi and Guy instantly assumed Naruto's room, as they start beating up the sound 4 and win. That's 4 Leaf Jonin and the Hokage and Naruto versus Orochimaru. Before Orochimaru has enough time to even comprehend what's happening, he's already being beaten by Naruto, Hayate, insert 3 more random Jonin, and Hiruzen. For about 5 minutes, Orochimaru can even get up and muster enough chakra to even stick to a wall, and Orochimaru is placed in custody. And this is when Naruto will look at Gamaken and Sasuke versus Shukaku. He sees Gamaken has one little scratch on him, but then he sees Gamaken's actually holding Shukaku in place by sticking his staff through Shukaku's arm and into Shukaku's spine, so Shukaku can't move from his spot. And Sasuke will actually just do tons of fireball hand signs. Naruto will remember. Sasuke does have a jutsu called Meteor Ball Jutsu that involves him doing dozens of fireball hand signs. And this time, Sasuke doesn't like he expects a meteor ball, but instead he gets a blue fireball. Once it hits Shukaku after about like a minute of blue flames hitting Shukaku, you'll see Shukaku's made of glass, and Gaara wakes up due to being burnt. The glass will break on Gaara, and Gaara will fall to the ground. Gaara's gonna be like, "Damn it, I lost." And Sasuke's about to throw like a kunai on Gaara's head until Naruto will just use Koku and cut the kunai to pieces, saying, "Sasuke, he's not worth it. Just let it go." And Sasuke will say, "Alright then, I'll leave him to you." And Sasuke will walk off. And Naruto will say, "First, thank Gamuken for your work, Sasuke. For his work, Sasuke." Sasuke will say, "I just thank the damn frog." As Gamuken will say, That's quite ungrateful of you." So Sasuke will say, "Damn it, Gamuken, I thank you for helping me with the tailed beast." Gamuken will say, "No problem," and he summoned himself. Naruto chuckled to himself, saying, "Alright then, well, let's head back to the village." And they walk back. This is going to be it. As I said before, this is going to be a relatively short video. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe. Tell me your favorite anime character in the comments. Mine is Brook from One Piece. Bye.